Now to a boil water advisory. This one in South Cobb County. It's impacting up to 500,000 people today, all because of a water main break earlier this morning.
So this affects most of South Cobb County, including the cities of Smyrna, Austell, Powder Springs, and Mableton. CBS 46's Ayanna Crystal joins us now live with more details. Ayanna.
Thomas, the boil water advisory is just precautionary, but this is impacting more than 500,000 people. That is a lot of folks, and it all started right here with this water main break. Right now, crews are pumping the water out. They don't know the extent of the damage to the pipe yet, but once they do, they will make those repairs. But this is affecting homes, businesses, and restaurants.
I was come here for lunch.
But people were welcomed by a closed sign at Varner's in Smyrna this afternoon.
We're senior citizens, and we come here to eat every first Tuesday, and we couldn't come in. They said that no food's being served till the water ban's off.
A boil water advisory for most of South Cobb County forced this restaurant to shut down for the day, costing them thousands of dollars.
Well, there's parts of Smyrna, Mableton, and Austell, even Powder Springs, that are all affected by this boil water advisory.
After a water main break off a Manor Road in Vinings early this morning caused people to have little to no water pressure.
There's not just homes, there's restaurants and businesses as well that are affected. We've fielded literally hundreds of calls here.
We went out during the lunch rush after the boil water advisory had been in place for a few hours. Most businesses were still operating like normal because they weren't even aware of the advisory.
I wish I had known, because then I would have asked whether or not they abided by the Clean Water Act, making sure that the water is healthy. I want to make sure I'm not putting any contaminants in my body that could cause possible harms.
It's difficult sometimes to get out the word because people communicate in so many different ways, so we've been trying the best we can.
The health department is in charge of notifying restaurants once a boil water advisory is in effect, but the problem is not everyone gets the information in a timely manner.
It's kind of hard to, manage such a vast area, but health is a priority, so they have to make sure that they actually, monitoring these businesses, that is, to make sure they're actually adhering to those policies.
Right now, officials are collecting and testing water samples, but those results won't be in 4 hours. So if you plan on consuming any water, make sure you boil it for at least 2 hours. And they do expect that this advisory will be over by tomorrow morning. That's the latest in South Cobb County. Ayanna Crystal, CBS 46 News.
Ayanna, thank you. We are now going in depth with advice on how to make sure your tap water is safe to drink. We checked with Atlanta-based Centers for Disease Control. The agency says make sure you bring water to a roiling boil for at least 1 minute before you turn off the heat. If you have a water filter, you should still boil your tap water. And don't forget about your pets. Follow these same guidelines for their water too.